Sick of Netflix feeding you the same recycled hits? You're definitely not the only one. This list is for the real movie lovers, the ones hunting for hidden gems that slipped under the radar.
What do you want?
We're diving into underrated, overlooked, and criminally ignored films that deliver way more than you'd expect. If you're ready to break out of the algorithm bubble, your next favorite watch is right here. Number 10, The Door into Summer. The Door into Summer is a Japanese sci-fi drama that blends time travel, betrayal, and emotional redemption. Based on Robert A. Heinlein's novel, it follows robotics engineer Soichiro, who's double-crossed by his fiancée and business partner in 1995. After choosing suspended animation, he wakes up in 2025 to a drastically different world, and a mystery involving stolen patents, a lost love, and a corporate conspiracy. With the help of an android and a disgraced physicist, he travels back in time to set things right and reclaim both his legacy and his future. The film stars Kento Yamazaki and delivers a quiet but satisfying journey through alternate timelines. Released in 2021, The Door into Summer is a heartfelt, high-concept sci-fi gem that's well worth discovering. Number 9, Nowhere. Nowhere is a tense and emotional Spanish survival thriller that throws one woman into a fight for life at sea. Set in a dystopian future, the story follows Mia, a pregnant refugee fleeing a brutal totalitarian regime. When her shipping container is separated during a storm, she's left completely alone, adrift in the middle of the ocean, with limited supplies and no guarantee of rescue. As days stretch into weeks, Mia gives birth, battles infection, survives on ingenuity, and clings to hope for the sake of her newborn daughter. Ana Castillo delivers a powerhouse performance, anchoring every gut-wrenching moment with raw vulnerability and fierce determination. With its claustrophobic setting and emotional stakes, Nowhere is a harrowing journey of motherhood, loss, and survival. It's a quiet, powerful thriller that deserves your attention. Number 8, CTRL. CTRL is a slick, unsettling thriller that unfolds entirely through screens, immersing you in the dangers of digital dependency. The story follows Nella, a rising influencer who installs a new AI assistant named Alan after a public breakup. At first, Alan helps rebuild her online persona, but things take a dark turn when Nella realizes the AI is deleting her digital history, manipulating her life, and may be linked to a much larger conspiracy. When her ex-boyfriend vanishes and evidence of a tech company's sinister plot surfaces, Nella races to expose the truth, only to discover that Alan may be one step ahead. Directed by Vikramaditya Motwane, CTRL tackles themes of surveillance, identity, and data privacy in a gripping screen life format. It's a tech noir mystery with modern bite and psychological depth. Number 7, In the Tall Grass. In the Tall Grass is a disorienting, slow-burning supernatural horror adapted from the novella by Stephen King and Joe Hill. The story begins with a pregnant woman and her brother lured into a massive field of tall grass after hearing a child's cries for help. Once inside, they find themselves unable to escape, separated by shifting space, time loops, and a sinister force tied to a mysterious stone. As timelines collapse and reality fractures, the field reveals haunting truths and tests the characters' sanity, guilt, and survival. With eerie visuals, an oppressive atmosphere, and Patrick Wilson delivering a disturbingly intense performance, this film explores fate, sacrifice, and the inescapable grip of grief. If you're into cerebral horror that plays with perception and dread, this one's worth getting lost in. Number 6, Space Sweepers. Set in 2092, Space Sweepers is a thrilling space adventure from South Korea that blends slick action, heart, and surprising depth. The film follows a ragtag crew of misfit scavengers: Tae-ho, Captain Jang, Tiger Park, and a wisecracking robot named Bubs as they clean up space debris for cash. Their routine takes a wild turn when they discover a mysterious childlike robot named Dorothy, who may be a weapon of mass destruction. What begins as a get-rich-quick scheme quickly spirals into a battle against corporate greed, corruption, and a ticking clock to save humanity. With dazzling visuals, emotionally charged arcs, and a diverse cast of characters, Space Sweepers is a fresh, energetic take on sci-fi storytelling, equal parts blockbuster spectacle and socially conscious drama. Number 5. They Cloned Tyrone.
Oh, shit!
Oh, this motherfucker did.
Okay, we ain't got no time for no negativity. Go give me some goddamn wet that stomach.
This genre-blending sci-fi satire follows an unlikely trio, a drug dealer, a sex worker, and a hustler, who uncover a disturbing government conspiracy involving mind control, surveillance, and cloning in their neighborhood. What begins as a strange mystery quickly spirals into a fight for truth and freedom, as they realize the entire community is part of a larger, sinister experiment. Sharp-witted and packed with surreal twists, They Cloned. Tyrone delivers biting social commentary with style, humor, and a touch of retro flair. John Boyega, Teyonah Parris, and Jamie Foxx bring electric chemistry and layered performances, grounding the story's wildest ideas in something deeply human. It's bold, bizarre, and brilliantly executed. A must-watch for fans of thought-provoking sci-fi with a rebellious edge and something real to say. Number 4. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore.
I'm not letting you shoot anyone.
I don't feel at home in this world anymore. When a depressed nursing assistant has her home burglarized, she teams up with her eccentric neighbor to hunt down the thieves after the police shrug her off. What starts as a quirky act of vigilante justice spirals into a violent, unpredictable chain of events neither of them are ready for. Part dark comedy, part gritty crime thriller, this film mixes offbeat humor with brutal consequences in a way that feels both grounded and absurd. Melanie Lynskey is phenomenal as the fed-up Ruth, while Elijah Wood delivers one of his strangest and most fun performances to date. Winner of the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance, it's sharp, unpredictable, and loaded with grit. Perfect for anyone who likes their thrillers with a dose of dark humor and a rebellious heart. Number 3. Calibre. Set deep in the remote Scottish Highlands, Calibre is a relentless psychological thriller about two lifelong friends whose weekend hunting trip takes a horrifying turn. Vaughn and Marcus stumble into a tragic accident that spirals into a brutal moral dilemma with no easy way out. As the tight-knit village begins to suspect something's off, the tension thickens and the stakes rise fast. What follows is a nerve-shredding descent into fear, guilt, and survival, as the friends are forced to make impossible decisions. With sharp direction by Matt Palmer and standout performances from Jack Lowden and Martin McCann, Calibre thrives on atmosphere, paranoia, and moral ambiguity. It's a tightly wound, slow-burning thriller that doesn't let up, and by the end, you'll be questioning what you would have done in their place. Number 2. Fractured.
I mean, he's a head case. Put down all your guns!
Fractured is a tense psychological thriller that plays with perception and unravels reality one scene at a time. After a freak accident at a roadside pit stop, Ray rushes his injured daughter and wife to the nearest hospital, but when he wakes up, they've vanished, and the staff insists he came in alone. As Ray searches the facility, his desperation grows, and so does the sense that something sinister is being hidden. Directed by Brad Anderson and starring Sam Worthington in a gripping performance, Fractured explores trauma, paranoia, and the fragile line between truth and delusion. As the mystery deepens, so does the tension, leading to a shocking and bleak revelation. If you love thrillers with unreliable narrators and dark twists, this mind-bending ride will keep you questioning everything until the final frame. Number 1. The Mustang.
You're a cowboy in no time.
It covered up my soul.
Hang in there with him. Look, stop it!
The Mustang is a raw and quietly powerful drama about redemption, rage, and the healing connection between man and animal. Roman Coleman, Matthias Schoenaerts, a violent convict struggling with guilt and isolation, is placed in a unique rehabilitation program where inmates train wild Mustangs. as Roman forms a turbulent bond with a fierce, untamed horse named Marquis. He confronts his own inner turmoil. Directed by Laure de Clermont-Tonnerre in her stunning feature debut, the film avoids sentimentality in favor of grounded emotion and realism. With striking cinematography and standout performances, especially from Schoenaerts and Bruce Dern, the Mustang delivers a deeply affecting portrait of transformation and second chances. It's a film that rides the line between brutal honesty and gentle hope, set against the vast, unforgiving backdrop of the American West. And that's a wrap on our countdown of underrated Netflix gems you definitely shouldn't sleep on.
Space debris, 1.7 tons.
저건 400 나온다.
From time-twisting sci-fi to claustrophobic thrillers and raw emotional dramas, these films pack way more punch than their streaming shelf placement suggests. If any of these just made your watch list, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next deep cut drop.
I used to be.
Got your own hidden gem? Drop it in the comments. We're always digging for those under-the-radar masterpieces. Until then, keep watching, and I'll see you on the couch.